longer than me actually, been for about 10 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
With his whimsical anecdotes, travelling the country, and with his animations as well. First saw him in Manchester, and he was quite unlike anything I'd ever seen before. And I thought, when the time comes, he's got to come to Blue Walnut and do his thing. So it gives me a huge honour to welcome to Torquay, Torquay, Jamie Harry Scrutton.
Evening, everyone. So as you can see, this set is an accumulation of multimedia. I'm going to be kicking off with a standalone verse, and then I'm going to be handing it over to our projectionist to press play on the animations, where I'll be doing a live recital of the pieces. And they are stop motion animation based. They are completely created by myself, and they are hand drawn pieces which took about 3 to 4 weeks to create. And the pieces do consist of 800 to 1,000 drawings or photographs, and they're all based on my whimsical anecdotes. And except the one at the end, which is an experimental piece, and that incorporates me actively being involved within the drawing, and I'm interacting with it too. So kicking it off, I'm going to perform an anecdote which I've never performed before, and it was inspired by a friend of mine. She's joined a walking group, and she thought because it was an over 60s session, she thought it was going to be a little exercise and a lot more beverage. And it's written from her perspective, and it's called The Walking Group. I joined a Thursday morning walking group. I thought, a little bit of exercise, then tea. Well, I didn't half get the wrong end of a stick. My oh my, it nearly killed me. I thought the over 60s had a life of pleasure. I thought this would be something I'd like. Well, I'm telling you, wouldn't I have opposed if I knew it was a 10-mile hike? Do you know, I'm telling you, I was up to my neck in mud. My anatomy ached as I felt the wrath. The other women giggled at my expense. Even the bloody cows had a laugh. My legs showed muscles I'd never worked before as I ploughed up countless hills. It didn't half destroy me in a dignity. It didn't half bloody kill. The other women nattered and laughed with joy, admiring the shoddy countryside. Well, I was ready to hibernate in the nearest pub to drink a gin and feel fortified. But that evening I returned home. Blisters eradicated my feet. So I cheered myself up. I went to the fridge. I got myself a treat. Then I decided that the walking groups just aren't for me. The sessions are nothing but a sin. They are the devil's advocate on my precious senior health, so do you know what I've gone and done, ladies and gentlemen? Aye, methodical thinking. I've gone and packed them in. Thank you. Has anyone heard or seen them little toy miniature Granny Zimmer frame race? For some reason I came across one the other day, and I don't know why. Well, the other month rather, not the other day. And I don't know why, but it inspired me to write a kind of a derby racing anecdote, primarily based on these Granny Zimmer frame toy races. And here it goes. It's called the Granny Zimmer frame race. They are ready to rocket the hurdle, exhilaration pasted on their face. They are in for the crown, the Granny Zimmer frame race. It's every senior to their own, the competitiveness in their eyes. The biddies are in for the win, but who will qualify? The shroud of a gun, they are off on their way. Who will plunge for the finish? Who will save the day? Number 2 is scuttling up. She's about to overtake number 3. But number 1 could have a chance. My oh my, who could it be? Number 4 has fuel in her legs, as she is in it for upload. But number 2 is not far behind. Who will be the first to reach the post? Number 3 is a favoured, as she buckles upon her stride. But number 1 is taking no chances as she haggles at the side. It's an extremely epic call. It's an inch between their span. Number 3 is at the joyride. She's doing the best that she can. And of course number 1 has grabbed the first place. She's the first champion to grace the Granny's in a frame race. Woo-hoo! Thank you very much. Someone actually asked me if I was on weed when I wrote that. I went, no, I'm a little high, but I don't know what I'm high on. So, Mr. Projectionist, do you want to take it away? Sorry, I don't know your name. Yeah. Wipers were invented for spectacles. Now that would be the ultimate dream. I am tired of wiping my lenses every time when they fill up with so much steam. It mainly happens during the bleak winter period, when I come into contact with blistery ice. The Arctic temperature has a habit of intruding my view and I no longer see through my eyes. My penultimate predicament is when I catch a glimpse of an irritable, turpid smudge. Yet I am tired of wiping my lenses in order to get the obtrusion to budge. Handkerchiefs are the only tool to rectify the hitch. Now that will be the delinquent taboo. Piddling about all day and wiping your specs in order to achieve a better view. I have considered of upgrading my pitiful sight. I have pondered about getting contacts. At least I will be free from obstacles in my vision and my perception will be perfectly intact. But you see, ladies and gentlemen, I really do wish window wipers were invented for spectacles. It is a conception that is unforeseen. I am tired of wiping my lenses every time when they fill up with so much steam. And this next piece is called My Husband Has Booked Our Funeral, and it's based on my grandma and granddad, and my granddad always said the day he retires he's going to take his wife to their funeral, which is really optimistic. And here it is.
Taking me to book our funeral. One of the perks of being wed. I know we are in our 60s and it's good to be cautious, but I don't want to think when I might drop down dead. We may have 20 years left, he says. Tomorrow we may pop our socks. Then we need to be safe I'm sorry, he says, as he sits pondering about laying that box. The awkward varnished casket which I chose, the time it'll become my homeward bound. You won't be very pretty when I'm 6 feet under and buried with rats in the ground. The measurements and fixtures and approximates, my anatomy becoming an entangled warps. There is no use to feeling great at appointments like these because I come out feeling like a corpse. Well, at least I will know what my new habitat will be like. Right now I have no more strive. Today has knocked me off a 6 and I feel so drained and I feel so buried alive. So I am going to wrap up this anecdote as I prepare for my reincarnation. This poem is to you and I hope to see you all at the wake with this personal invitation.
Thank you. That quote made me create this piece as well. Oh, bless him. And this one's about that dreaded fear of going to the dentist. Oh no! Trigger warning, it does make you a little squeamish.
I always remember those horrid visits to the dentist as I sat apprehended in the chair, thinking about all of those needed fillings, wishing I had taken more care. I gradually opened up my mouth as trepidation spiraled erratically in my mind. Tweezers clanking in every dimension, terrified of what he might find. UL6, LL2, I hear him murmur, offering on LR9, he subsequently states. I'm clenching to the seat, salty, sweaty palms as I listen to my teeth still faints. Then the prodding of a gum of a stranger's thumb, the scowl in his eyes which I see, the focus on my molar as I prepare for the worst, wondering what it could be. Is it a rotten tooth that has receded to the root? Will it be a pain-free extraction? Why is this tooth more important than the others? Why this sudden attraction? Then the tingling shroud of a buzz decelerates with a spin on my teeth. All of this examination is proving too much. What exactly is festering beneath? Why is he prolonging this inspection? Please tell me what it could be. Vehicles don't go through this much hassle when booked in for an MOT. He eventually tells me to sit up. I swell out my mouth. I prepare for the doubt. For another appointment to return tomorrow to have all my teeth pulled out. Quite the opposite became the conclusion. To keep rushing and persist. This happens to be my very own visit. Goodbye, farewell, dentist. Yeah. And this is the experimental piece.
with no narration, so I'll just step aside. So, just before I finish, I just want to say thank you to Robert and Samantha for inviting me down. to Big Poetry. It's been brilliant. It's been a privilege and well worth the 11-hour coaching for me, which I've got to do again all tomorrow. And is there any fans of Pam Ayres in the room? Yeah. I weren't going to do this one, but I just, she's an inspiration of mine, and this is one of the first poems that I came across hers when I grew a passion for her, and it's called Mixed Ward. The gentleman across from me is quite a jolly sort. His nightshirt's rather skimpy, his legs are rather short. He throws one leg to the left-hand side, the other to the right. Last time I saw a sight like that was on my wedding night. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Let's hear it again for Jamie Harry Scrutton. I'd like to thank you all so much for coming along tonight. This has been in association